where we're going to have a go. Do we fish this end and stay out the wind? Even though I think it's going to be a bit windy still. Or do we go down the other end and take a bit of that wind? I hope that the fish are there. It's hard to say really. I'm going to go back. I'll make my mind up fairly quick, alright? Don't know if you can see in the camera, but I can see a few fish topping. So I'll wander down, I'll bring you back in a little bit, and we'll see what weather we've got out there. So this is what we got. We've got a bit of wind, but down where I am at the moment, I'm sort of crouched down behind a bit of a hill, which is like that, and the car's up the top there. The wind's sort of going on my head, so I'm thinking of fishing this swim. I can put the ledger down the side of these reeds and stuff. There's normally some carp in there, or down to the left, or even just out in the middle, and we can sort of float fish a couple of rod lengths out, start feeding up a few maggots and stuff, and see what's down there. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. If that doesn't seem to produce anything, then maybe we'll have to move to the other end of the lake, but I think we'll have a go here to start with. So I'll go back to the car, get all my gear and stuff on, bring my gear down, see a few fish topping. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. One just jumped out in front of me there. There's a few carp going along surface in front of me here. So you never know, might be able to get a few of them. It's a good thing about coming to a lake or something like that, you know there's fish in there to over 20 pounds. Whereas when I do the old sea videos and stuff, that's, you know, you're lucky if you're going to get fish 2 or 3 pound tops sort of thing, you know. Oh lovely, it started to rain. That's not really what I want to feel. It's not meant to rain today, but oh, another fish jumping out in front of me there, and here in front of me here. So there's definitely some fish moving about. Right, I'm going to get some gear set up. Probably going to have to put a brolly up, and let's see how we get on. So back up to the car, put some stuff on. I'll bring you back when we set up and getting ready to fish. Okay, so I've got a midi waggler float on at the moment, going about 4 foot deep. Don't seem to be too deep out there, 4 or 5 foot. Got 4 maggots on, 2 red, 2 white, and we're out on our first cast. So I'm watching the float. I've chucked a little bit of, got a few maggots around the float, and let's see what we can get going. Start building up the swim, have a few casts, see if we can get a few bites. Fingers crossed anyway. So I'll bring you back once we get going and get things moving, and hopefully we'll catch a few fish. So this is pretty much what we're doing. Just got a chair down there, rod out, floats out about excuse me, 2 rod lengths out, maybe 2.5 rod lengths out. Got my unhook and mat and weighing sling, landing net and everything all set up ready. Stand for filming. Some extra gear, got a ledge rod and stuff in there, and some extra reels. But I'm just going to see if I can get a few bites on the old float to start with, and then we'll go from there. We need to put a ledge rod out, we'll put a ledge rod out and see if we can get a few fish. Might have to put the old umbrella up in a minute. But there's plenty of fish crashing around the edges, but no bites on the float yet. It's only been out a few minutes, so we'll just have to see how things go. Fish going right across in front of me and all sorts, but let's see if we can get them feeding. Nice place, shame it's a bit windy. Lovely in the summer down here, you can see carpet literally all over the surface everywhere. Splashing, crashing, just swimming around having fun. I'll bring you down in the summer and show you that. So I'll have a few casts. Hopefully we'll get a fish on fairly soon. Got 2 people fishing right down the far end there. You just about see them, can you? And there's just me on this end. As I say, I've never fished here before, so I'm giving it a go. Don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I'll sort of move around the peg, trying different spots, see where it produces any fish. Hopefully we'll start getting some bites. Okay, so I'll bring you back, hopefully with an update with a fish on at the time. As I say, the weather's windy, skies are grey. But ideal conditions really, should be getting a few fish. It's like Mr. Robin's come to say hello. Trying to pinch a few maggots. See if it comes over. Hello, Mr. Robin. He had a good little feed up, didn't he? So I've chucked a bit of bread out there around the surface, as you can probably see, but nothing seemed to be coming up for it. No bites on the float yet. Keep feeding maggots out there, trying to get a bit of a swim going. I don't know if you can see where my float is. Here's my float out there. Look. I'd say nothing's happened yet, no bites at all. I'll try different places, I'll try out there, I'll try coming closer in, I'll try down the margins, try all different things and see how we get on. So we work out how we can get a few bites. Hasn't rained on me yet, which is all good. So I'll carry on and let's see what we can do. Well, things are definitely a bit quiet. I had one bite on a float which I missed. Or nothing came of it, so I've just set up a ledger rod, got a bit of bread flake and a bunch of 6 maggots underneath it on the running ledger. Just slide up down like that. Got that on the old TF carp rod. I'm going to put that out over there under a bush and see how that does. I'll spin you around and show you where that is once I've got it in, and we'll go from there. In fact, you should be able to see me go around and actually do it. So I'll go around there now. God, these banks are muddy and slippery today. So I'll show you what I've done. Just sitting down here on a Fox Micron bait alarm. And that's supposed to be right across over there. That bush there. good spot in the summer. I've seen plenty of people catch them there, and we're just sitting there like that. So this is TF gear carp rod, this one, 12 foot, 2 3/4 test curve, with the old Shimano bait runner reel, 60-10. Which I think are great reels. They're brilliant bait runner reels. I use them for all my carp fishing. So we'll leave that out and hopefully that'll do something. See if we can get a bite on the float in the meantime. And you can see how muddy and yucky this is. Every time I walk across here I'm slipping down the bank, but there we go. It's part of the fun. Let's see what we can do. Well, I just had a chap come around and take the money. Costs £7 for a day, so pretty reasonable really. There's a lot of fish in here. Normally you can catch quite easily, but I've got loads of carp swimming around me float and stuff, but I'm getting no bites really. It's like they're not feeding, they're just swimming around. You can see them all moving, but nothing seemed to be happening. I've been fishing about an hour and a half now. What I've done is I've gone really short and put a big bunch of maggots on, and I'm just drifting across, hoping that something will take it swimming around near the surface. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And obviously still got the ledger rod across over there under the bush, but yeah, very slow at the moment. He said that there's one person down the other end of the lake that's had an 8-pound carp, 8-pound mirror, but otherwise it's been really quiet. So we'll just have to keep going and see what we can do. Still got a few more hours yet. It's only 12:30. It's not going to be dark till about 4, is it? So got a good chance of getting something between then and now, I hope. We'll keep trying anyway. We'll keep feeding up and hopefully some fish will move in. Or some fish will move, you know, and start taking some bait. The fish are there. I can see them there quite easily. I'll spin you around and show you what I'm doing with the float. So as you can see there, I've got the float up quite high now, and all I'm doing is sort of starting over here, just drifting right across, just letting it naturally go across, hoping that something's going to take it, but at the moment it's not really happening. But like I say, I'll keep trying all different techniques and stuff, different parts of the swim, and hopefully we'll get something to come to camera fairly soon. Get a rough idea of where I am out there. And the ledger rod's still over there under that bush. Got a nice wind coming down along the side there, but had a couple of beeps on that rod, but I think that's just the wind. Nothing's really took it, or know if something go off with it. So quite surprised, to be honest. I thought the little silverfish would be on the maggots, you know, sort of every chuck once you got them going, but not to be at the moment. As I say, we'll keep going, fish till it's dark, and hopefully something will, you know, be happening. It's a nice dull day, so really expect it to be a lot better than this, but it's also winter now and not really want to do this sort of fishing, but I thought I'd give it a go today. I've had a few messages on various sites saying can I do a bit of lake fishing, which is what I normally do in the middle of the summer, and I normally get a fair few fish, as you'll see next year when we do some filming. But I thought I'd have a quick go in the winter because I don't really do that very often, and see what we can do. I went out yesterday on the river and struggled there too, so maybe it's just the cold, or not really sure, but as I say, we've got a few hours yet, so let's keep going, see if we can get a fish in. I'll be quite happy with just a couple of big carp today. Oh, one just come in right close to me down there then and rolled on the surface. That's the annoying thing, they're right there, they're just not in the feeding mood. They're only like, you know, rod length and a half out, swirling about, jumping, but they're not taking bread off the top. They're not really, you in the feeding mood at all. So I think I'm going to go back out to where I was when I come, which is a couple of rod lengths out in front of me. Go back on the bottom and see if there's anything about. Right, I'll bring you back hopefully with a bite on the next update. Look at that, look, fish rolled literally right in front of the swim. I mean, not even half a rod length out from the platform. They're right there. It's really annoying, to be honest. As you can probably see, we're on number 49 today. Using maggots. Sorry about that. Focus has gone a bit funny there. Yeah. Using your wrigglers. And we've got some bread as well. And a couple of bits of sweet corn, but not much. So we'll keep varying through the different baits. And go from there, really. Don't know how well you can see this, but I've got carp jumping all over the place. They're literally straight out of the water. All over the surface. It's crazy, really, for the middle of winter. They're going to stop now, turn the camera on, aren't they? But you can see a few moving out there. There's one that just crashed out on the left of the picture there. Might have to move the ledger rod down there a bit further in a little bit. I'm sure they're going to come along and come around this edge. Well, I'd expect them to anyway. There's one jumped right in front of us. That was good. Head and shouldering. I'm quite a long way out now. I'm sort of 5-6 rod lengths out in the middle there on the bottom where I was in the fish crashing, but they just don't seem to be feeding. It's really annoying because they're really active. I knew they'd stop as soon as I put the camera on. They were going crazy for 10 minutes, I reckon. You see a couple, but I guarantee if I turn it off, they'll come straight back again. Oh, fish moved right in front of us then. It's coming out of these margins down the edges there. But I've got one down there and oh, beep on the ledger rod. That could be good. Okay, I'll come back to you if we hook up. Well, it's 1:15 now. Been here a good few hours now. Had one really good take. Didn't hook up. Definitely a carp. Because I see the swirl go whoosh, and then the float went off. But don't know why I didn't hook up. Got caught up in the tree over the other side with the old ledger rod, so I'm going out in the middle now where they're all crashing and whack. Big bunch of 9 maggots out. I'm gonna run on ledger again. Stick it out in the middle there where they're crashing. Hopefully we'll get a bite of something out there. Cannot believe I ain't had a fish yet. I thought I'd have plenty. Literally getting carp head and tail right in front of my float. If they start doing that again, they'll whip a camera around and try and get it on camera. So I've still got a few hours. I actually got a bite now, but that keeps sort of going down to its tip and then going back up, going down to its tip. So I'm not sure if they're line bites or what's going on there. But I'll wait for it to just go and go on. You know you got a bite. Okay, so I'm going to get this ledger rod back out and let's see what we can get. Well, seagulls are doing a bit of fishing. Still no fish yet. Getting line bites, but they ain't no good to me. Gotta keep trying it. Fish are still crashing all over the place and swimming right across in front of me. Just don't seem to be interested in bait at the moment. Well, not the baits I've got today anyway. So I've only got bread and maggots. Seagulls are nicking little ruddle stuff off the top, I think. And good old fly around in the wind as well. Struggling to fly against the wind to get down and get what they want to get. It's quite interesting, really. I've got some more and they're coming in to join them now as well. Do believe I got a bite. As close as I can get you to the float, I'm afraid. Well, 20 past 2 now. Been in this swim over 3 hours and we still didn't have a fish, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move around there somewhere for the last couple of hours before dark, see if we can get a fish along there. Seemed to be very hard work today, so we can only but try. So I'll move up around there. I'll show you our new spot in a minute. So we were fishing around there. That swim around there where you can see. I'm now moving all the way down here. We've got to try and get a fish today somehow. Not too impressed that we had anything yet. Those fish moving all over the place, it's so annoying. All over the surfaces. Crashing out in the middle here. So, I'm going to get down here now with the old ledger rod and see if we can get something happening. So we'll get set up again, get everything out. I'll bring you back and show you what we're doing. Well, conditions on this side are a lot rougher. I've got wind right in my face, and that's making casting much harder. As you can probably see if you look back where I was fishing, that was a lot calmer over there, which is why we chose to fish there, but it's pointless if we're not going to catch. So we're having to go here, wind's pushing into this bank. There's a lot of fish crashing around in this area. Rolling, so hopefully one of these two rods, which I'll stand back and show you now, set up like that now, one of these two rods will hopefully go off. Still got all my net and everything all ready, mat for putting the fish and stuff on, but we've got a new spot, so we'll feed it up a little bit. Hopefully we'll get a bite on one of these rods. We're in number 4 now. We were in 49 before. We're still on maggots. I can't seem to keep the red on for 2 seconds, so I'm keeping on maggots at the moment just to make sure we've got some bait on. Beeps on the ledger rod, but I think that's just from where we're got the wind coming into our face. Keep trying. see what happens. Well, that was pretty good. I just had a carp on within 10 minutes of being here, but I'm on barbless hooks and lost it close in, but at least there's some fish here. At least I'm getting a few bites here, so we'll carry on and hopefully we're going to land a fish. There's a lot of fish crashing around here. They're also crashing down where I was fishing now, but that's just because I've moved, isn't it? But I'm getting bites here, so let's see what we can do. Fish on! And finally we have a fish in the net. Right, I'll get it on the unhook and mat and stuff and get it sorted and I'll bring you back. So the old move paid off. Got ourselves a little common. There we go. That's what we need, isn't it? A bit far away from the camera, it's making it look a bit small. It's probably, I don't know, 5-6 pound. Lovely fish. Just turn around. Well, pretty chuffed with that. Probably 5-6 pound ghosty. So worth the move. Lost one on the first cast when we got her as well. So pretty good. Looks like I've got a bite again at the moment. Let's knock it up and down. Very gentle bites I'm getting. They're not like just bang and off they go like carp normally would. They're just really gentle. It's quite strange, but well, worth the wait. Hopefully I'll get another one before we go, or even another two, but you never know. I'll keep an eye on the rods now because we've probably got about an hour's fishing left, and hopefully I can bring you another one to camera. Weather's rough as hell now. Got 20+ mile/hour winds. I keep getting rain, so I'm getting poured down on, and then it stops again. Not too bad though, and I can deal with it. The worst thing is all the mud. I'll spin you around and show you the mud, shall I? Yeah, everywhere you walk is just pretty much like that. I mean, look at my boots. They're absolutely chock-a-block full of all sorts of mud. Yummy. But there you go. Going to be worthwhile if we can get a couple of carp. We've had one now, so all good. Right, I'm going to carry on fishing. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see the float just down there. Quite close in now. They always come in closer as the evening gets in. So hopefully we'll get one on the ledger as well. Right, I did have a really good bite on the ledger earlier, but I went screaming off, but just didn't connect to anything, which I can't believe. But I'll carry on now and hopefully bring you back another fish soon. So I'm literally fishing that close at the moment, and I'm getting a few bites and they're going flying under, but they're only staying on for a few seconds. But I can feel they're good carp. So hopefully we'll get one on film for you. Not quite enough to go off with, was it? The last couple I hooked actually just off to the left, swimming off, or just they're not staying on for some reason. Well, we're on again. This one's took out to open water. Oh, it's taking line, this one. Looking like a good fish. Trying to get you some of the fight, it's hard to get in the right places. Oh yeah, lovely fish. Need to go back in. So, all unhooked. This one's a bit bigger. Lovely fish. Look at that. Really happy to get that. Woo. It's quite a long fish, and it's also a very chunky fish, as you can see. So, yeah, lovely fish. This is what we come here for. 2 of these. You never know, we might actually get one more before we go. We're losing the light a lot now though. Got a lovely coloured tail on that one. Big old belly really for a winter fish. Yeah, lovely. Right, I'm going to get this one back. Have a couple more casts before it gets dark. I've got my float back out where it was. Hoping to get one more before it gets dark. On the camera it's looking quite light, but for me I can hardly see what I'm doing, so a couple more casts. I'm going to have to pack up, I ain't got a choice because I won't be able to see. It's really annoying, I wish I'd have brought a headlamp now. Alright, there we go. We turned a really hard day into a good day now. We've had 2 nice carp. No teeny little roach or nothing like that, which I was expecting to get. But I'm quite happy with 2 carp. I haven't done any carp for a while, since the summer. So yeah, I'm gonna have a couple more casts. Hopefully I'll hook up again, bring it back again. It'd be nice to get one on the ledger rod. I've had a couple of bites on it, but they haven't stayed on for some reason. So yeah. So right, I'm going to keep an eye on this float for the last couple of times and see what we can do. Oh, well, I'm in the car, I ran out of light. So I couldn't carry on. I hooked up to another carp. Lost that. Had a good run on the ledger rod. And there was nothing there. So I don't know, that could have been a line bite maybe, but that went off pretty well. But we done okay. We started off during the day struggling a bit in that swim, but once we moved we found a few fish. I tried in the middle, I tried down in the margins, I tried sort of midway, and I eventually found some fish and started getting some bites. I was feeding maggots over the top of the float, and that seemed to have paid off for us, and not a bad session in the end. Definitely go there again. Can't wait to go there in the summer when the fish are really feeding. But yeah, we've done alright. Right, so please like, subscribe, share and all that stuff with the video, and I'll see you again soon in the next one.